Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a good evening. It's going to be cold out there. Y'all be safe. Bundle up. Bring your critters in and keep them warm. They get cold too, just like you do. And I want to send out a special hey to Eric, the last resort. Lives up there in the cold-ass weather, and he's doing the best he can with what he's got. But it's a bit tough for him. So if you got prayers or well wishes, send them towards Eric, the last resort. I'm sure he could use with them. Anyway, as you know, guys, we live in a really tremendous, astonishing, wonderful, wild age of our life. We've got everything right at our fingertips. Computers and cameras and microphones and TV and videos and everything like that right at the end of your fingertips. We tend to take that for granted. The computer chip is what brought all this on, guys. When they started developing microchips and even brought them on down to micro-sized microchips, it really has moved technology quite a bit forward. So it's you need to understand this, that each one of our cameras, our phones have cameras in it, and each one of these cameras runs off of a small processor, a small computer chip, just like your phone runs off a small, little bit bigger one, and all that stuff, guys. They all kind of work together and everything. But it is a computer chip. And this is the same thing with almost anything, any electronic device anymore. Your cell phones, your cameras, your video cameras, even the cameras they use at the studios, the studio cameras, they're all digital. They're run by computer chip and everything. And even so, more guys, this is all over the place. Almost everything we have is run by a computer chip or one kind or another. But that's not, that is a problem in itself, but that's not what we're going to. Even our telescopes are a digital image, a computer chip running the program. You know, these satellites aren't really taking a picture of it. They're sending back computerized data back to Earth, and it's processed through another chip and then giving you an image of what they think it looks like. Therein lies the problem. One of the things that we had back before digitation and a computer chip is when people took a picture, they took it with a camera that took the image that was presented to them as you would see it with your eye. And that was what you got. And it was kind of hard to doctor these images because it was an actual photograph of what was visible at that time. I think you get the idea of what I'm talking about. What you see is what you got. Now, we have computer chips inside these devices, like your phone, your cameras, even your video cameras, your telescopes and everything. You got computer chips in there. And each computer uses an LED lens, LED type lens here, to capture that image. It's what it is, guys. And this is processed by a computer chip. And they say the computer chips are really wonderful to get good images, but they don't. Computer chips make mistakes about what they process because they try to associate it with what the computer chip knows, what the computer chip recognizes, what its little processor brain recognizes as a shape. But you and I would see it maybe just a little bit different, or maybe a lot different, if we saw it with our actual eye than what the computer chip is getting to. I think you kind of get in the picture what I'm saying here, is that the computer chip tries to process what image it's getting, much like our brain and our eyes do. The computer chip is trying to process the image that's being sent into giving you a picture. And therein is the problem. As we know, now, like I said, pictures before was hard to manipulate, change, or anything like that. The evidence would be all over it. But now with this digital age, it just takes a couple of keystrokes and a couple of backspaces, and you've changed the image. You got video tools that can change the image and imprint, add images onto it, layers and stuff like that, and everything else like that. And so you can't really trust what image you see, what you're seeing on your TV screen, on your computer, or anything else, actually as being a real photo. And that is another big problem right there. These computer chips with these camera lenses, these LED camera lenses or LED lenses, tries to process the image that they get and then try to make it into something they think it is, and therefore give it to you. And that is misleading. I had a friend in Japan several years ago. There were some helicopters, he was near a military base, and there's some Black Hawk helicopters flying over. And we've been talking about this stealth technology that's been going on quite a bit. So he brought up his iPhone and took a video of it. sound and all and everything, like 2 or 3 minutes of these helicopters flying across the base and everything. Got back home, and guess what? There was nothing on the camera. No video at all. There was a blank video. There was a video running, but there were no cameras in it. He showed it to me. Heard the noise, but there was no images there. The computer chip got fooled of what kind of image was there, and it was told that there's nothing there, so it masked it out. It got frequencied out, whatever. The digital image was interfered with, and therefore it wasn't recorded. So that tells you right there, guys, that they already got manipulation controls of these videos, pictures, and images like that. So when these people get on here, and I've really been holding back a little bit, but these people have been on here. I've seen several people say, I have videos, I have images of, guess what? 3I Atlas. No, the fuck you don't. All right? Just no, the fuck you don't. You have a computer-generated image of what the computer says it fucking looks like. Plain and simple. We are guided and led through the nose like a bull ring in our nose about this digital age, guys. It is not the truth, the actual truth. You got to understand this. And what was I getting ready to say? Gosh almighty, I forgot now. I was getting ready to go do something here on this tangent here. Hell, I forget. Guys, that's what happens when you get high all the time. But you got to remember, guys, that all these images right here are falsified. And they can trick you. They can do anything with it and make you think. And this is why we're getting ready to see this Blue Beam, Operation Blue Beam, coming on. I'm going to show you a clip. I don't have it right now, guys, but you can go ahead and look it up. Now, we can go to Mr. MBB333's channel and several other channels. Seconds of Horror, or Minutes of Horror, also has these video clips of these lights streaking through the clouds, or sitting there streaking, going back and forth, back and forth. Where have we seen this before? Well, almost every movie since the 60s about science fiction and flying saucers had these strobing lights that run around. It's kind of like they've been telling us that they're going to be like. And even recently, more recently, in a colorized version, what was it called? First Encounters of the Third Kind. Y'all remember when that ship came down and those lights were strobing back and forth, colorized and everything like that? What do y'all see in the sky? Colorized strobing lights, white flashing lights going back and forth. They're running down one way and back in the other. We've seen these in the movies, guys. Where do you think they got the ideas for? Hope you'll have a groovy day, guys. But remember this. The images you are presented by the computers are not real images. They're doctored, digitized image, computer-generated images. Later, taters. Oh, I forgot what I didn't remember a while ago. It's about 3I Atlas. I figured out what 3I Atlas is exactly, guys. Took a little stealth work and everything like that, figuring out code and a few other things. So, 3I Atlas. Well, the 3 is the third letter of the alphabet. The I is the I. And Atlas is the letter A. We have C-I-A. Blue Beam. Later, taters. Well, since I did mention the code name for 3I Atlas, or what it means and everything like that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you who the operative is. Maybe, if you'll get this. I've mentioned it before, but who's the foremost authority on what's going on with this 3I Atlas thing? Avi Loeb. Of course, Avi means father. It's short for Abraham. Father. Loeb, L-O-E-B, is lion. Father Lion. So we'll just go ahead and break that down a little bit more. Father Lying, I-N-G. Lying. Father Lying. What makes you think it's CIA op? Remember, who else? He told us to follow the science on it. Avi Loeb told us to follow the science. If you remember back in 2020, someone else told us to follow science. Fauci? Anthony Fauci? Dr. Fauci? Yeah. Follow science if y'all want to, guys. I'd rather follow logic. Later, taters.